Y'all ready to get funky?
Here, let me spice it up for you.
That was too soft.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody in the car, so come on, let's ride to the liquor store around the corner. The boys say they want some gin and juice, but I really don't want that. Real girls like I had last week. I must stay because talking to you, I like Angela, Pamela, Sandra, and Rita. And as I continue, you know the beat's sweeter. So what can I do? I really gotta do my Lord. To me, man, it's just like a sport. Anything now, it's all good. Me, got business in the trumpet. A little bit of money got in my life. A little bit of Ellica by my side. A little bit of Rita, all I need. A little bit of Tina, all I see. A little bit of Sandra in the sun. A little bit of Mary, all I know. A little bit of Jessica, here I am. A little bit of you makes me your man.
Warzone was dying until Verdansk came back. If you haven't heard the news, Warzone just got a wonderful update by bringing back fan favorite map, Verdansk, which means sniper montages, Lucci memeing bot players, and oh, be careful, speed bump. Oh, why did that have blood all over it? As someone who's completely criticized the return of Verdansk in Warzone, I gotta admit, I'm having a ton of fun. It's fun to play the map that was really what made 2020 at least somewhat better than it was. Like, this might be a bit of TMI, but my shit jumped a little when I saw that plane come through the sky. And I think there's something about this map returning that really proves the point that Call of Duty has completely missed on every single aspect of Warzone since they made the flip from Verdansk to Caldera to whatever other new maps have really existed within Warzone. Like, the leap from going from Warzone 1 to Warzone 2 will always leave me with a question of why? Why even do any of this? Did this even make the game better? Clearly not, because they backtracked on literally every single decision they made going into Warzone 2. Like, playing Warzone 2 season Who Cares has really made me realize this is not the same game that launched in 2022. The way loot is dropped is different. The way the player moves is different. They apparently brought back the feature that allows you to shoot other players out of the sky during the drop phase. And even when I lose in gunfights and get thrown back into the gulag, I'm not entirely upset by it because it's the gulag, man. We're back. Like, even when I lose in the gulag, there's something about getting slapped around in the showers that's just kind of like nostalgic, huh? What did I say? And there are a few other add-ons that come with this update that will still have you asking, was any of this even worth it? And the answer is probably going to end up being no. Now, I pretty much spent most of my weekend playing Warzone, even doing live streams of me playing Warzone, and I think I'm pretty much at the point where I can say, is any of this worth it? Will Verdansk make Warzone 2 even better? Is it worth it? Again, my answer is still no. Because here's the thing. Yes, you can play Warzone for free, and that's a really great thing to have. And while I did buy the Battle Pass, it's because I had leftover COD points from other Battle Passes that I just said, screw it, I'll end up using it. But why I say it's not worth it is because I don't think anything in the store is really actually worth it unless you just have the COD points lying around and you're like, screw it, I'm just gonna burn them at this point. Like, I don't think the bundles are worth it. I don't think getting the Black Cell Pass is worth it, even though they discounted it so that way people would actually buy the damn thing. And it's something that I don't think is really worth really investing a ton of time into and believing it's gonna stay, because they could easily turn around and say, we're just gonna get rid of it. But I don't think that's gonna happen, because I think they're gonna see the success of Warzone and Verdansk, and then Verdansk is the permanent map. I think they'll maybe do some sort of rotation with the older maps, but for the most part, I think Verdansk is the map. And I do believe that adding Verdansk back is a good temporary fix to bring players in. But again, it's a band-aid fix. There's still other problems with the game. There's still tons of hackers. The bundles are being rammed down players' throats. The length of queue times is still fucking obscene. And I think a big part of that has to do with skill-based matchmaking, which they've addressed, but basically provided us very little info that's factually going to end up making this a really worthwhile system. And does Verdansk being added to the game make the game better? No. I think in some ways, yes, it does make it better, but again, it's all nostalgia at this point. It's too early to tell if it's really making the game better, or it's just my complete and total nostalgia taking over and saying, hey, you're having tons of fun, we're back. We're back, baby. I don't want to jump the gun and say, we're back, baby, based off nostalgia alone. Because what I've noticed over the last few years, myself and so many other people, I think have just gotten sucked into this nostalgia bait that Activision has been really pumping out, when at the end of the day, they're heartless games loaded with micro DLC, and then they end up just taking that nostalgia, roping you in, and then you end up buying half this crap. That's not worth it. So I guess more of my answer is yes, right now I'm having fun, but how long will that fun really last? I think I'll be very much in and out of Verdansk. I don't know what other players are going to be genuinely feeling like, but from my angle, I just think it's gonna be the same complete and total garbage we've seen from Call of Duty over the last few years. I don't think much is really going to change. Yes, it's great to have Verdansk back, but again, it's the same game at the end of the day. Minus some updates that the players have been really asking for years. Yes, they've added them back with Verdansk 2, but these are updates players have been calling for the last few years. So to me, I'm not going to reward them and praise them for doing something that players have been asking for so long while trying to rope people in because of nostalgia. But that shouldn't deter you away from playing Verdansk. You should go in and play. It is fun to play for the time that it's actually around. At least go in and enjoy some of the games while you can. And from my own experience, I'm going to be completely honest with you, I'm complete dog trash. So I've been pretty much playing Battle Royale casuals mode that pretty much has you mix with bots and real players. And to me, I've had more fun playing that mode than the actual Battle Royale. Because what's nice about that, and I think maybe this is a good fix for skill-based matchmaking in a way, is because it actually pairs you into a game where you're not having to sweat the entire time. I feel like I'm able to relax in the game and just enjoy my Battle Royale experience. So alright, maybe I'll give them praise for that one. Like, that's a really good mode, and I feel like it's something that most players should at least look into, because it would actually probably provide some sort of entertainment value to players, because you're not having to go in and sweat in every single mode. But again, the whole point is Verdansk is back, and honestly, I've enjoyed myself. I've enjoyed playing Verdansk more than I thought I would. I actually didn't think it would be this enjoyable. And it's also made me realize one other big key thing here is that I really do think the success of Warzone really did center around Verdansk and Rebirth Island. That era of Call of Duty was the peak of Call of Duty, Warzone at least. And them adding it back, plus the player count dropping, really does prove the fact that Warzone 1 should never have been shut down. That was an extremely stupid move. They should have added Verdansk back a long time ago, maybe even at the launch of Warzone 2. Yet, again, it's still the same game. They're still going to do the same thing, so be on the lookout for that. If you're at least trying to find something to do, something to play Verdansk. I really recommend it. But as a whole, my thought about this entire thing is the addition of Verdansk is more of a band-aid fix on all the other problems that are existing within Warzone and really Call of Duty as a whole. So once they fix all those other things, I'll be impressed. But until then, this is nothing more than a band-aid thing that's just nostalgia at this point to me. And maybe those are just my opinions. Maybe they're not the best opinions in the entire world. Maybe you disagree with me on those opinions. But at the end of the day, all that really matters is...
Buckle up, buckaroo!